Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm John with my wife Becky, and our daughter is behind the camera. And again, we are the Sorcerers, and we thought it would be fun to make this an interview setting to talk about how we came about being eBay sellers and how we got to where we are. So my wife Becky came up with this grand idea, and she's going to ask me questions and I'm going to try to answer them. I hope you enjoy it. All right, fire away. Bear with us. Awkward silence.
Um, how are you handling your shelter at home?
So I am a full-time employee, and my employer has us working from home, which is really a good opportunity. It kind of gives me a chance to explore what it would be like to do eBay as a full-time business, even though the best part of being out there resourcing is the one thing that I can't do, but it gives me an idea of what it would be like to stay home, work from home, and tackle the business head on. So it's a blessing, really. Like it was meant to be.
Where are you from?
I was born and raised in sunny Buffalo, New York. I don't know if I have any of my accent left. I've been out of New York since 1985.
And why are you reselling?
We started reselling. It was Becky's idea. It was maybe 3.5 years ago. She is a ER nurse, and we are raising our one daughter who is in grade school, and she wanted to get more time with the family and with our daughter in the tender years. So Becky wanted to give it a shot, and I can't recall exactly what our first purchases were. I think we had a comforter, and we put it out there. It was a new comforter, and that's how we started selling on eBay. We might have put some other listings out there of some clothing articles. I don't know if we had them or if we found them at the store, but we put it out there, sold the comforter in pretty quick turn time, and I wouldn't say I was sold on it right away, but it was an exciting event for us. That was one of our first botched shipping ventures too, by the way, but we did net some profit off of it, so I guess that was the first bug as to thinking, well, this might be something worthwhile. So initially, Becky just wanted to make enough to offset one shift per week, or was it a week or a month?
Per week.
One shift per week to see if we could get enough income to offset that. And we quickly realized that we were able to do that 10 times over in a very short amount of time. So then we realized that it was viable and it was something that we could throw ourselves into.
How hard was it to convince you that this was a real way to make money? Did you think it was just a not get rich scheme, but did you really see the opportunity? Did you think it would work?
No, I did not. I was skeptical. But Becky's always had ideas that she's wanted to pursue and try out, and I'm a go along to get along kind of guy. And it seemed reasonable. It was low risk, and it wasn't overly time consuming, so there was really nothing to lose. So I was on board with it, and Becky was one who really spearheaded it, and she is really the CEO, but I am the CFO, the Chief Logistics Officer, the Chief of Customer Service, and pretty much everything else, but she's still the CEO, but I have to do everything. everything that I'm told to do. Next
Okay.
question, please.
So what do you sell on eBay?
99% of it is clothing. We also have a lot of hard goods that we like to resource. That's probably the most fun is hunting for hard goods. But what we're most versed and most comfortable with is clothing. Everybody has their own niche as to what brands that they like. So we have a stable list of popular brands that have mass appeal, but we also love to find vintage articles and one-offers, I guess you could say. So I would say 99% is clothing.
You and your wife have been doing this business for 3 years, and mostly clothing. So how many items do you have? How many active listings do you have?
We have just shy of 3,000.
And
Which, by the way, we cannot believe we've reached that point because they are almost all one of a kinds. We don't have any bulk listings of anything. We might, out of those, have 1 or 2 duplicates, like same pair of jeans, but they're almost all single listings.
so are you a listed high and wait for the right person and set, what do they call it?
Long
Listed
tail.
and forget it?
Yes, pretty much. I won't say we listed high though. I'd say we listed market fair pricing. We don't try to gouge. We don't try to look ridiculous with our pricing. We look at what the market's set at. We look at what they're selling at, and we'll list it on the higher end. But I would like to say that, without being biased, of course, that what we provide is good products. We never list anything that we consider subpar, that we wouldn't buy. So it's always in excellent condition, and we list a lot of newer stuff with tags, and if it's not new with tags, it's barely worn unless it's vintage, of course.
Do you have a feedback rating?
Yes,
And
100%.
100%.
Yes.
So, you have almost 3,000 listings, you've been selling for 3 years, 100% feedback, clothing, mostly. You do shoes.
Yes, love to do shoes.
And so where do you get your inventory?
90% of that is from the Goodwill bins.
What's that?
For those of you that aren't familiar, you have your standard thrift stores, Goodwill, DAV, CHKD, and every local market has their own specialty thrift stores, but I think those are the national brands. And Goodwill has what they call an outlet. We call them the bins, and it's a one step from the thrift store. I won't say a step down. It's just everything that they were unable to sell within the time frame that they established, which I think is 30 days in their store. And if nobody buys it, they pull it off the rack and they send them all to these outlet stores. And some regions have them, some don't. We're fortunate to have one close to us, and there's another one about an hour away from us. And it's this big warehouse filled with these long bins that tend to be piled high with clothes, shoes, hard goods, bikes, furniture, everything that didn't sell in their retail store. And you go in there and they sell it to you by weight. So clothing, for example, is $1.60 a pound, somewhere around there. And then if you go over a certain weight, it gets reduced. And that's where we get most of our stuff. And it is amazing what you'll find there. Just amazing. You'll find a lot of new stuff there, and you'll find a lot of unique items that it's almost irresistible. We have to literally pull ourselves back from spending 8 hours a day in those stores. If we didn't have a life to lead, that's probably where you'd find us.
So you work for your full-time job, and you get off at around 4?
Roughly,
3:45?
yeah.
And then what do you want to do after you get off of work?
Go
What
to
do you
the
say?
bin. You wanna go to the bin? That's the first thing I do is call Becky, or she calls me and say, what do you wanna do? Because our daughter goes to a school that is about an hour and a half bus ride away from where we live. So, and she loves it because we always gauge her to see if she wants to continue doing it, because she spends a good hour or so on a bus there and a bus back. So there's a lot of downtime between when I get out of work and when our daughter comes back from her school bus, and that's that sweet spot when we ask each other, what do you want to do? And it's like, do you want to go home and list, or do you want to work around the house, or do you want to go to the bin? And bin wins 99% of the time.
When was the last time you went to the bin, now that we're at shelter at home for the you-know-what virus?
This is where I would ask our daughter, who's our videographer, to key in the sad music, because we haven't been there since March 6th, I believe.
And it's
And it's
April 11th,
painful.
but it's been nice though.
It's been nice, because we were fortunate that we built up that death pile that people call it. So we did a quick kind of head count, or a tally of these big piles of clothes that we have. And we said, well, we can probably survive 2 months, should it go this long, without running out of stuff to sell.
And might be longer than that.
Yeah.
So what is your average cost of goods?
Average cost is maybe $1.50 per
Overall?
item.
And do you ever go to other thrift stores?
Yes. Yes, we do. We are blessed to have a multitude of thrift stores in our region. Probably within I would say a 30-mile radius, we've probably got 60 thrift stores, and we can just bounce from one to the other. When we have time for just Rebecca and me, when our daughter is doing an activity at a friend's house, and we've got, which is like date time for us because we both enjoy doing it, we decide, do you want to go there? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go north, south, east, west, and hit that circuit? And we'll do that, and we'll just spend the whole day just driving around, eating fast food and shopping at the thrift stores.
That sounds horrible.
Healthy fast food.
Yeah. So what would you say your routine is on a daily basis to keep your business going? If you've got 3,000 listings, you sell on average, maybe, we sell about what, 275 items per month?
Yes.
So that's about 8 a day. So what's your day like every day?
Under the current situation that we're in, or pre-shutdown? Well, spending 8 to 9 hours on my full-time job, and I get home, say, about 4:30. If we don't go thrifting, come home, and Becky usually has built a number of listings, and I'm the photographer, so I'll try to knock those out, and on top of doing the family's living and everything that goes on around the house, that pretty much knocks me down for the rest of the day.
So just 10 listings and then shipping, and then you're done.
And that's it.
And that sustains your business.
Yes. Yep. It's nothing overwhelming. It's manageable. Do a few loads of laundry because we wash everything that we buy or dry clean it if it's new. So again, I think we provide a really good product to our buyers, and our feedback is a good reflection of that. So yeah, we get a couple loads of laundry in, not every day. Like when Becky works and when she does work, it tends to be weekends. So I'll do a bulk of laundry loads while she's at work if it happens to be backing up, and I can still get quality timing with our daughter, which is the most important thing.
So, where do you live? You don't have to say your address, but what part of the United States do you live in?
Tidewater, Virginia. We're in a
What's
semi-sleepy agricultural town. The main cities are Norfolk and Virginia Beach, but we're west of that.
And maybe if whoever is watching, if they would put it in the comments of what you would like to see for your next video, because we can show you our inventory system where we store our inventory, our office, which has unlisted inventory, and our whole process. So what's the purpose of having these daily vlogs? What do you think?
Well, at the very least, we would love it just to be something entertaining for people. It just, because we enjoy watching other vloggers that resell, so why wouldn't people enjoy watching us? We want to be a positive message and hopefully give pointers and put together videos that people enjoy watching while they're going about their day, and learn from it and just kind of involve themselves in what we do and how we go about our business. We'll have to recut that one.
What?
Because that's not what I wanted to say. But it's what I wanted to say, but it sounded like I was doubting myself. Okay, so what I would hope at the very least is people just enjoy hearing our story, and at the same time picking up some good tips. Because we watch it to see like what's new in the industry, what direction things are going in, troubleshooting either the platforms that items are being sold on, or new pushes that they're putting out, or new updates or changes that people that are doing this want to know about, or how-tos of things if they're having problems with shipping, or how to handle returns, or what kind of glitches there might be and how to work around them. It's all kinds of things. So we want to be a source of entertainment and information.
Do you love eBay?
I do. I think eBay is fantastic.
Why?
Well, from all my experience with them, they're very responsive, customer service wise. And we have what level store do we have?
Premium.
Premium. So we're not top notch. We don't have concierge service. But every time that I've had to call eBay customer service, very responsive, very fair, and they haven't always ruled in our favor, but they're very understanding, and I really do think they seek to provide you a good service for the money that you pay.
Why do you think eBay, well, I'll rephrase that. What do you think eBay can do for someone that is struggling in their life? What opportunity? Do you think it has opportunities for?
Yes, it can
People that
change
are-
the way you go about your life. Well, there goes my voice rising again. That's how compassionate or how passionate I feel about what eBay can do for you. It can change things for you financially. I don't mean change your life, but it can set you on a new path if you are struggling, or if you're in a job or a career field that you're really not passionate about. And if you like to be your own boss, which is essentially what you are, eBay just is the platform that hosts your business. So it's fantastic. And it's unlimited potential, unlimited. Even if you start off with $100.
So would you say that it's hard work?
Yes. It's not backbreaking. It's, I mean, I kind of like sloth around the house while I'm doing what I need to do. So I'm not like, when I'm finished doing either the laundry or the listing or the shipping, I don't like crawl into bed. Like, that was brutal. It's just a routine. And there's the fun parts, and then there's the don't really care to do that part. But it's worthwhile when you get feedback from customers, which we have like, we're not a monster store. We're not like some superstore.
We have 78 feedback.
Okay,
so
so
almost 6,000 feedback at 100%.
Yes, and we've probably sold 20,000 items or something. That's just off the top of my head, roughly. Man, probably not that much.
We have.
Becky's looking up the number of sales, but every time we get a feedback, we enjoy it. Because, I mean, obviously you get some bad ones, and we've had some negative ones, and we just approach them with the right perspective and slough it off. But if it's something that we did wrong, we'll try to make it right. But there's always going to be customers out there that will give you, you just can't make them happy kind of deal. But it's few and far between. Most people are reasonable and have nice things to say, as long as you're a seller that gives a good product and you work with them if you ever encounter any problems. So back to what I was saying is, lost my train of thought. But it was about the feedback, which feeds you. It kind of feeds your soul.
14,505 transactions total.
Okay. So 1/3 of people give feedback.
Yeah.
But and I'm not like somebody that craves attention and needs positive reinforcement, but it's nice to know that you're making people happy. I mean, I know it's just material stuff, but everybody's got their favorite shirt, everybody's got their favorite jeans, and if you sell something to somebody and they get it and their feedback is, oh, I love this, thank you so much, I've been looking for this thing forever, or whatever, it makes you feel good. It's like I did something for somebody, and I'm able to feed my family on top of it.
What are some stupid things you bought in the beginning that you would never buy again?
Brands or items?
Anything.
I don't want to knock certain brands because it's a learning process, but I would key in on a certain brand and say, oh yeah, this is great, because I thought it was a popular brand, and I didn't do enough research to see that the market would be saturated with it. So it would be almost impossible to get a reasonable return on investment. One that keeps popping in my head is Hollister. I love Hollister. If I was younger, I'd probably wear it, but there's just so much of it out there, and it sells at such a low price that for me to pick up anything Hollister now, it would have to be new, and it would have to be something unique. But and they still do good. Like if you get a pair of new Hollister jeans, I'll be like, oh, that's good. But I'm not gonna buy a Hollister t-shirt.
Don't look at me.
Or Hollister, any kind of like a button-down Hollister shirt. So it's not really stupid things I bought. It's just learn that it's not worth the time and effort to put it out there for the amount of money you're gonna get for it. I can't really think of anything that I've bought.
So if you spend $1.50 on your cost of goods, what's your average selling price per eBay?
I think it hovers around 25, which is fantastic. 25 or 20 times your investment. That's pre eBay and PayPal fees and taxes, of course, but it probably equates to at least 15 times your investment. So I think that's a good price point. I'd love it to be more, because I know there's other vloggers out there that theirs is way higher than that. I don't know if we can say other sellers. Does it matter? Shout outs kind of
Well,
thing?
you can do shout outs to who you like to watch.
Okay, I'll have to get that from Becky because she knows most of them, but I know she watches like Harry Tornado. She thinks he's funny for one thing and entertaining, and I know she used to watch Rally Roots a lot. And what's that lady like in Dakota? She's in the Dakotas or Idaho or something. She lives with her dad.
Oh, Ann Eckhart.
Ann Eckhart. Becky likes watching her. Oh, I like that guy from New York. I think he's a retired police officer. He's got a lot of good information.
New York crazy cab or crazy cab driver or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Bin Pickers.
Bin Pickers. And that soft-spoken lady, she's real nice, from Pennsylvania. Lavender Clothesline. And then she has a daughter that does it, that lives in Florida. So I mean, I'm sure people that are hopefully watching our video are familiar with everybody that we're rattling off. We just hope to add to the value of that. We're not trying to steal anybody's subscribers, obviously, but we like to be a part of the community.
So
Good stuff.
what is your schedule for videos?
Whew. Well, our daughter likes the idea of it, and she's a good editor, so she's the one who's prompting us to do as many as possible. Obviously, this is only the second one, so I would like to think that we're disciplined enough that we could do 1 or 2 a week. If we could do 1 a day, that would be great, but that might be too ambitious right now. So we gotta see how it fits into the flow, the workflow of everything. But I don't see why we couldn't just throw together a reasonable video talking about, I know hauls are popular, or what sold and things like that, which I imagine we could add those to our library for people's viewing pleasure.
Anything else, sweetie?
Looks like we are about to wrap it up. I don't know how long this thing ran.
Oh, they need to tell us what they would like to see.
Oh,
Can
if you
see
want to
our office.
submit comments of something you'd like us to do a video on, that'd be great. We can talk about our history, our family within reason, and parts about the business that you want to know, what we're up to, what we're selling, how we manage it, things like that. Anything. Just throw them at us and we'll try to do a video on it. So thank you. We're excited. We hope you're excited too. We hope we provide a good, entertaining product for you. And about to sign out, so like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Subscribers, I don't think.
Resources. We will. Becky's worried we don't have any subscribers. Somebody out there is going to subscribe who's going to be the first. All right, thank you. Thanks for watching.